In this video, we're gonna see how to create this custom GitHub Readme file. So if you don't have the portfolio website, then you can use this GitHub profile as your portfolio website. So when you share your GitHub profile to someone, the first thing they're gonna see is this custom GitHub link. Here you can see we have the text like "Hi there, I'm Kumaresan," and below that we also have a text like "Tech enthusiast, content creator," and below that we have a order list like "Check out my portfolio." Here you can link your portfolio there, and below that we have a message like I create tech tutorials on YouTube, and you can display your subscriber count here. So when you click on the subscriber count, it will take you to the YouTube channel here. You can see that it goes to my YouTube channel. The same thing is possible for the YouTube views also. You can display your YouTube views equal. Also, you can see that when you click on the YouTube views, it will go to your YouTube channel. Currently, I have 3K subscribers and I have 340K views. And below that, you can include your social presence, that is the LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram, and Facebook. In the later part of the video, I will show you how to get these badges, that is the social media badges. And below that, I have included the icons, like coding, Python, C, C++. And below that, we have the leak code statistics. You can see that I will also show you how to get these leak code statistics in just a few button clicks. You can see that it displays all the problems that you have solved: easy problems, medium problems, harder problems. So when the recruiters see this GitHub profile, they can easily see the your leak code profile here also. And below that, I have mentioned the tools I use, that is the Visual Studio Code, GitHub, and the GitLab. And below that, I have mentioned the GitHub activity. So what are the changes that you have made to the GitHub? And we can display this as a image here. So let us see how to build this GitHub custom README file. You can use this as your own portfolio website. Inside this, we have the YouTube subscriber count, and we also have the views count, list score, statistics, and you can also display your GitHub statistics as well. So before you proceed here, you need to know something called the Markdown. First, let us see what is Markdown. Then we can proceed to the GitHub Readme file. So let's open a new tab and type Markdown online compiler. First, let me explain the Markdown basics, then you can move ahead. So let's open this URL here. So I'm gonna use this online compiler to explain you the Markdown basics. So let me clear this basic information here. So if you want to include a header, you can use a single hashtag. You consider single hashtag heading one. You consider this is the header one. If you want to use the header two, you can use the double hashtag. You consider this is header two, and the size of this will be decreased a little bit. And if you want to have a header 3, and if you want to have your size that is smaller than the header 2, you can use triple hashtags. You can see the triple hashtags header 3, heading 3. You can see that. So let me copy and paste this. We have the heading up to 6, similar to do something we have in the HTML. In the HTML also we have the header tag, that is from the H1 to the H6. In the Markdown also we have the header 1 up to the header 6. So in the last header, we have something called the subheading. Consider for the subheading, we're gonna use 6 hashtags. So this is all about the hashtags. So if you want to bold something, so let me copy this text. If you want to bold some text, we're gonna use the 2 hashtags. Inside the 2 hashtags, we're gonna use the text. You consider we start with 2 hashtags and end with 2 hashtags. So inside that, whatever you put the text will be bold. You can see on the output the text has been bolded. So if you want to use the italic text, then you can use the single hashtag. Whatever you put inside a single hashtag, that text will be italicized. You can see that it is in italicized format. So let me change this text to italic font Kumaresan. So let me open the PDF. So if you go to the PDF text, we have the block code. So if you want to mention codes, then you can use this block code here. So let me copy this and show you what the block code means. So let's paste that block code here. You can see that this is a block code. I'm Kumaresan in a block code. And this is a next line. You consider to use the block code, use the greater than and a space, then put your text here. So this block code is especially useful if you want to mention the quotes from an author or some books. So this is how you include a block code. So if you want to include a third line, use the greater than symbol and leave a space. So this is third line. You consider now the third line is in the block code. Next we have the order list. So if you want to have your order list, then you can use the number. So one dot provide your number. So this will be number list. So you consider it is in the order list now. Number list, and below that number 2 equal to list 2, number 3 equal to list 3. You consider now the thing is in the order list 1. So if you want to have another list, then you can use the hyphen, then provide your uh, list item 1. Then you can use another hyphen. You consider now it is in the bullet format, and that is the another list. So let me clear the fourth number. This will be list item 2. Consider it is displaying in the another format, that is the bullet format, list 3. So this is how you use the order list and the another list. Next we have the piece of code. So if you want to include a piece of code, that is if you want to include any programming language code, then you can use the backtick. So inside the backtick we can print any code here. For example, I'm gonna print a Python code like print hello world. I am printing this code inside the backtick. You consider it is highlighting the code here, print hello world. So this is how you mention a piece of code, especially the single line of code. So below that we also have something like the break. So if you want to have a line break, then you can use as triple hyphens. So when you use a triple hyphens, you consider it displays a line break. And finally, if you want to include a link, then you can use a formula like this. So just use the open brackets and close bracket. Inside that open and close bracket, provide the text that you wanna mention. So when you click on the text, it will go to the URL, right? So mention the URL inside these uh, normal parentheses. So this will be, so when you click on the text, click me, it will go to my YouTube channel, that is the https youtube.com @kumarishankp. So inside this, you'll have to provide the URL in the parentheses. So let me click here. You consider when you click on here, it will go to the youtube.com. So let me close this. The same is true for when you displaying the image. So let me copy this and paste it below here. So before that, let's also include a line break now. Next we have the image, right? So the if you want to display image, the same thing is you can use here. So just so for the text, if the image is not work, you will have to display a message like image not found. But if the image is present, you will have to provide a URL here inside the parentheses. You consider now it displays the image. The only thing that differs is the you will have to mention the text when the image not found and the exclamation mark that you mentioned at the beginning of the square bracket. You consider I have mentioned the exclamation mark on the before of the square bracket. So inside the square bracket, you have to provide a text when the image is not found. For example, if I press enter here, consider now the image is not displaying it. We get a message like image not found. So this is used for the text. So make sure you use the exclamation mark at the beginning so that it will treat this as an image. So this is how you use the image now. So if you want to use a table, so let me copy this code for the table and let's paste it here. So you'll have to use a symbol called the pipe symbol. So inside this pipe symbol, you'll have to provide your header. You consider this is column 1, again pipe symbol, column 2, column 3. You can see that. So if you want to use a row break, you can use the hyphens there. So pipe symbol hyphens, then you can use the datas as well. So let's you see an example now. So let me copy this and let's go to the Markdown and let's paste the example here. You consider name, age, city. You consider I have put the name, age, city and the pipe between the pipe symbols, and below that I have mentioned here a line break. And I have put the line break between the pipe symbol, and below that I have mentioned the data as well. John 25, he is in the New York City. Ali is 30, he is in the Los Angeles. I have put the data between the pipe symbol. The next thing that we're gonna see is the if you want to mention the piece of code. Earlier we see how to mention a single line of code. Now we're gonna see how to mention a piece of code that is more than one line. So let me copy this code now and let's paste that code here. So you'll have to use a triple backticks here. So you start with triple backticks, then you mention the programming language that you are used. In this case, we are using the Python. That's why triple backticks Python. And inside that, you can display your code here. We are just having a normal Python function, and I just call that Python function. At the last, you'll have to end that with a triple backticks. So that's it. You can see that it is displaying the code here. You can see that the syntax is highlighting the different color. The function is in the different color. The one thing you have to do is they start with triple backticks and mention the language that you are using and end with triple backticks. So if you want to strike out a text, then you can use double tilde symbol. This text will be strike out and end with double tilde symbol. You can see that this text is in strike out. So if you want to highlight something, you can use the double equal to. So my name is Kumaresan. I have put the Kumaresan inside it double equal. You can see that my name is a highlighter now. So if you want to use the emoji, you can use the emoji directly. So let me copy this emoji and let's go to the Markdown editor and paste it here. You can see that the image is displaying as it is. So I will provide the link of this PDF in the description. You can refer that Markdown tutorial there. So this is it. So using this tutorial that I have mentioned on the Markdown, you can build your own README file. But one thing you should know is that you'll have to create a special repository. Then only the GitHub Readme file will work. For that, just go to your GitHub profile and just click on new button. So we'll have to create a special repository. Just click on new button. So after you click on new button, you'll have to give your repository as your GitHub username. So make sure you type your repository name as it is mentioned on the GitHub username. So Kumaresan KP. You can see that we get a message like this is a special repository that can use to add a README file to your GitHub profile. So make sure it is public and initialize it with your README file to get started. You consider this is a special repository. The trick is using this repository we can display your GitHub README file here. So make sure you add a README file and you create a repository there. So after you have created a repository there, we can start customizing our README file now. In the beginning of the video, I have already shown you my README file. Now let us see the code of this README file. So let me open this. If you go to the code of this, here I am using a double hashtags to use the hi there, I am Kumaresan, and below that I just print a message like tech enthusiast, content creator and a emoji. And below that I just use a image tag to display a GIF image that you can see on the right hand side. This is for displaying the GIF image that you see on the right hand side. This is the image that I was talking about. And below that I have used the unordered list, that is the hyphen. So using the hyphen you can display unordered list. So you can see that inside this unordered list and just display a sample info here. Check out my portfolio, and inside the unordered list I'm using the links there. Consider see that I create tech tutorials on, then I put my YouTube channel link here. So inside the parentheses I am putting my YouTube. For the text I'm displaying a URL. You can see that inside the parentheses I mention YouTube, and for the text YouTube I display the URL below that inside the parentheses youtube.com at the program made with Kumaresan. If you want to see the YouTube subscriber count and the views count, you can see that we have this YouTube subscriber count and the view count. For this we can use a website like the sealed.io. So let me show you how to get this YouTube subscriber count as well as the YouTube views count. So let's see how to get that. For that we're going to use a website called the sales.io. So just open a new tab and type sales.io and click on the first resource that says sales.io and click on get started. So if you scroll down on the left hand side, you can see an option called the source sales. Just expand that. Now if you scroll down, you can see an option called the YouTube views or YouTube video views. Here you can mention the YouTube video ID, then it will show you the YouTube video views. So if you want to get the YouTube channel views, then you can scroll down, you can see an option called the YouTube channel views. You can see an option here. Just click on here. We also have the YouTube video comments, YouTube channel subscriber, but for now let's see how to get this YouTube channel views. Here you will have to provide your YouTube channel ID. So let me copy my channel ID and paste it here and select the Markdown and click on execute. So if you click on execute, you can see that it displays my YouTube views count 340k YouTube views. So if you want to get the YouTube subscriber, you can also do that. So let me scroll on and select the YouTube channel subscriber. Again, you'll have to mention your channel ID. Let me paste my channel ID and select the Markdown and click on execute. You can see that it is displaying my YouTube subscriber counts. You can see that you can just copy the Markdown code here. So let me go to the GitHub. Consider this is the same code that I have used here also. YouTube subscriber count and the YouTube views count. And consider this is the same thing I have used. This is my YouTube channel ID for the views and this is my YouTube channel ID for the YouTube subscriber account. I have put that inside here image format. So that's why it is displaying in the image format. So this is how you get the YouTube subscriber count and the YouTube views count, and below that we have used a social media blades. So let's see how to get the social media back. So to get these social media badges, we're gonna use your website like. So I will put all of the websites that we're gonna use in this video in the description. You can check that out. So this is the website that we're gonna use. So I will put the website link in the description. You can check that out. So if you want to get the YouTube badge, then you can search for the YouTube. So let me press Ctrl plus F and search for YouTube. You can see that. Just copy and paste the URL here to get the YouTube badge. So if you want to search for the LinkedIn, you can just copy and paste the code here to get the LinkedIn. The same is true for the Facebook. Not only social media badges, you can use anything here that is displaying here. You can also use the HTML, CSS and Python badges also, Java, PHP. There are a lot of badges here. You can check the all the badges here. I will provide the link in the description. You can check that out. So if you go to my GitHub Readme file, you can see these are the same batches that I have used. So let me go to my code now. Consider I am using the batches from the sys.io. So if you want to get the icons that I have mentioned here, I code in Python, C, C++, JavaScript, Node. For that also we have used a website called the icon sheet. So I will put the link of the website in the description also. You can check that out. You just have to search for that icon and select that icon, and you can get the URL for that icon, and I have pasted URL here. You can see that when you paste the URL, you will uh, get the icons directly into this GitHub Readme file. Now let us see how to get this lead code statistics. You can see that we have the lead code statistics here. To get the lead code statistics, we're gonna use a website like this, leadcode.jacklem.co. Here you will have to provide the lead code username. So let me type my lead code username. So you can see that when you click on that, you can also change your theme now. You can see that when I select that to forest, it displaying this to yellow color, but I will stick to the dark mode. And you can also change this to contest. You consider it displays only the contest, but if you want to have a heat map also, you can select the heat map. You consider now it is displaying the heat map. So if you want to get the Markdown code for this lead code statistics, just click on Markdown. You consider this is the same Markdown that I have used on this GitHub Readme file. So let me go to my GitHub repository now. So just select this readme file. So inside this readme file, let's go to the code now. So if you scroll down, you can see that for the lead code statistics, I have used this website, leadcard.jacklem.pool. So this is how you get the lead code statistics. For the tools also, I have used the same website, that is the icon 8s. So I will put the icon 8 website in the description. You can check that out. Now to get the GitHub statistics, again I have used a website like GitHub or Readme statistics. You can see that this is the website that I was talking about. So let me refresh this website. Again, I will provide the GitHub Readme statistics website in the description. You can check that. Here you'll have to enter your GitHub username. So let me type my GitHub username and click on build graph. You can see that in displaying the Readme GitHub statistics. You can change the background color to black. Let's change the white line color to white, and let's also change the point color to white. And same for the text color also. Let me change the text color to white also. You can see that this is the same thing that I have used in my GitHub Readme file. So let me copy the Markdown code here. Let's go to the GitHub Readme file and let's click on code. You can see that the same code that I have used here. This is the same code that we have copied earlier from the GitHub statistics website. You can see that this is my username. You just have to replace this with your GitHub username. So if you want to just use my GitHub Readme file, I will provide my repository in the description also. Just you can copy this code and paste it in your GitHub special repository that we have created earlier. And you can create your own GitHub Readme file also. So this is how you create your custom GitHub Readme file using the Markdown that we have seen in this video. You can see that this is the final version of the GitHub Readme file. So this is for this video, and I will continue in the next one.